Channeling pro-Alexandra Eala crowd, Coco Gauff storms into Dubai semifinals. "Whenever you guys were cheering for Alex, I pretended it was my name," said the American after the match. Coco Gauff employed a classic strategy to deal with an enthusiastic crowd at the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships on Thursday, most of whom there to support Gauff's opponent Alexandra Eala. "I had a similar match at French Open last year, so I brought that mindset today," Gauff explained on court after defeating Eala 6-0, 6-2. "Whenever you guys were cheering for Alex, I was pretending it was my name. I think that it helped me a lot. If you can't beat them, you've got to join them," the American added with a laugh. This bit of reverse psychology has become popular for taking on tough crowds over the years, most notably from 24-time Grand Slam champion Novak Djokovic, who often found himself up against fan favorites like Roger Federer. "I have to say, it's great to be on a crowded court," said Gauff, who hailed Eala's exploding fanbase as "great for tennis" ahead of their Dubai quarterfinal. "I've played this tournament for many years, and to see the stadium full means a lot." Eala has been one of the Hologic WTA Tour's biggest breakout stars since her run to the Miami Open semifinals last spring. The Rafael Nadal Academy alum brings full crowds to nearly all of her matches, creating a standing room-only environment in her first round at the Australian Open back in January. "I'd like to thank Alex for bringing a new demographic to the sport. I really appreciate it," Gauff continued. "I think it's great. I know sometimes it's tough when you're playing against a home crowd, but I think that it's great for the sport, so keep being enthusiastic and keep rooting for your player." The 20-year-old was looking to make her second WTA 1000 semifinal against Gauff, a former doubles partner at the 2025 Internazionale Biennale d'Italia, having ousted former Dubai champion Jasmine Paolini in the second round on Tuesday and backing that win up against Sorana Cîrstea in the round of 16. "Whenever you guys were cheering for Alex, I was pretending it was my name. I think that it helped me a lot. If you can't beat them, you've got to join them." Coco Gauff. But the Filipina sensation was up against an on-fire Gauff, who stormed through the first 10 games of their first singles encounter. Eala finally got on the board but was unable to create opportunities on Gauff's sometimes shaky serve. Winning 77% of points on her first serve, Gauff was able to apply consistent pressure on return, converting 6 of 9 break points across the 67-minute clash. Into her second Dubai semifinal, Gauff shook off an early stumble to her Middle East swing when she lost early at the Qatar Total Energies Open last week and recovered from the brink of defeat against Elise Mertens in the previous round. Awaiting Gauff in the semifinals is our match of her Australian Open quarterfinal against Alina Svitolina. A former champion in Dubai, Svitolina dropped just 3 games to Gauff in Melbourne and will rallied from a set down to defeat lucky loser Antonia Ruzic in the final last 8 match of the evening. Under the shimmering desert lights of the Dubai Tennis Championships, the air felt electric, charged not just with competition, but with belief. The grandstands pulsed with color and sound, a vibrant chorus of Filipino flags waving proudly alongside the usual sea of tennis whites. They had come to rally behind one of their own, the rising Filipina star Alexandra Eala. But on this night, another young woman walked into the storm and owned it. Coco Gauff did not silence the crowd. She embraced it. And in doing so, she stormed into the semifinals in a performance that was as fierce as it was fearless. The sound of belief. From the first warm-up rally, the crowd made its loyalties clear. "Let's go, Alex," echoed across the court, bouncing off the sleek architecture of Dubai's tennis complex. The energy was youthful, passionate, defiant. It felt less like a neutral tournament match and more like a homecoming celebration. Eala, just beginning to carve her path among the sport's elite, fed off the roar. Every winner she struck drew thunderous applause. Every point she captured sent waves of excitement rolling through the stands. It was hope in motion. But Gauff has grown up in moments like this. At just 15, she stunned the world at Wimbledon. As a teenager, she learned to perform beneath the glare of expectation and the weight of history. By the time she claimed her first Grand Slam singles title at the US Open, she had already become accustomed to noise, adoration, doubt, pressure, and hype. Dubai's pro-Eala crowd? That was simply another rhythm to move with. The opening salvo. The match began with Eala swinging freely, her left-handed angles slicing across the court like calligraphy. She attacked early, stepping into returns, redirecting Gauff's pace with fearless intent. The crowd erupted at every opportunity. Gauff, meanwhile, remained statuesque between points, eyes forward, breath steady, expression unreadable. Then she began to adjust. She lengthened rallies. She deepened her returns. She turned defense into counterpunching brilliance. Her footwork, lightning quick, allowed her to absorb Eala's early aggression and redirect it with interest. Where Eala sought magic, Gauff applied math. And slowly, inevitably, the tide shifted. Composure beyond years. What separates the very good from the truly great is not simply talent. It is emotional economy. Gauff did not waste a single ounce of energy arguing with momentum. She did not glare at the stands or react to the cheers against her. Instead, she fed on it. After saving 2 break points midway through the first set, she raised her fist, not to silence the crowd, but to claim her space within it. The message was clear. You can cheer. I will still compete. Her serve, once considered a vulnerability, held firm. Her backhand down the line, crisp, uncompromising, began carving open the court. And as the rallies extended, Gauff's physicality became a quiet advantage. Youth versus youth. Power versus promise. Discipline versus daring. The first set tilted toward the American. The crowd as character. The pro-Eala energy never waned. If anything, it intensified. Each game Eala claimed felt like a small rebellion against inevitability. Flags fluttered higher. Chants grew louder. But something subtle began to happen. Respect. As Gauff chased down impossible shots and turned defense into winners, the applause widened. A stunning cross-court pass. A perfectly disguised drop shot. A forehand struck on the full sprint. Even those who had come to will Eala forward found themselves momentarily captivated. Because excellence demands acknowledgement. The turning point. Midway through the second set, the match hovered in delicate balance. Eala surged again, breaking serve with a fearless return winner that sent the crowd into delirium. For a moment, the narrative seemed ready to flip. Gauff walked calmly to her chair. No dramatics. No visible frustration. Just a quiet towel, a sip of water, and a steady gaze. Champions recognize that momentum is a visitor, not a resident. When play resumed, Gauff elevated. She attacked second serves with authority. She moved closer to the baseline. She trusted her athleticism and let instinct take over. A break back. Then another. The rhythm shifted from hopeful crescendo to controlled assertion. Point by point, she built a wall.